evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Now, is there a larger plot to deliberately disrupt the parliament and eventually destabilize the country? Are foreign forces engineering the disruption? The BJP is sniffing a deep-rooted conspiracy and is seeing a pattern behind the opposition's bid to stall parliament. And as per the Saffron Party, there's a George Soros hand in it. Let's put all these allegations into context. The day began with high drama outside Parliament, with Rahul Gandhi and Congress MPs adding a T-shirt and jacket twist to their anti-Modi, anti-Adani protest. Rahul Gandhi came to Parliament wearing his quintessential white-collar T-shirt. The twist was the slogan at the back of his T-shirt. It read, "Modi Adani ek hai, Adani safe hai." Congress MPs donned black bomber half-sleeve jackets with the same slogan written at the back. They chanted slogans like "Modi Adani bhai bhai." Take a look at what happened and what Rahul Gandhi said during the anti-Adani, anti-Modi protest.
अदानी एक है, दो नहीं है, एक है। लगातार राहुल जी, आप मानव श्रृंखला बनाया आज आपने। आप अपना ही इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराओगे कभी? आप करा सकते हो अपना इन्वेस्टिगेशन? इसलिए नहीं होगा। मोदी जी अदानी जी का इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं करा सकते क्योंकि अगर वो कराएंगे तो वो अपना ही इन्वेस्टिगेशन कराएंगे। तो बड़ी बात राहुल गांधी ने यहाँ बहुत बड़ी है। मोदी और अदानी एक है, दो नहीं है, एक है।
Outside Parliament, it was Congress Party's T-shirt jacket protest against Modi and Adani. Inside Parliament, the BJP was armed with a strong narrative. The BJP linked the Congress Party's disruption politics to a larger international conspiracy. As per the BJP, there are three key players in this alleged conspiracy. One is the notorious George Soros. The second player is a motivated publication who they allege has been doing this at this behest, OCCRP. And the third and final player, as per the BJP, is Rahul Gandhi. The top BJP leaders highlighted that over the last few years, right ahead of the parliament session, some international reports come to the fore. These reports target Indian interests, and the opposition, especially the Congress Party, latches onto these reports to stall the Sansad. Today, the BJP cited a report by French media house called Mediapart. Now, the Mediapart, in its report on OCCRP, has claimed that while the OCCRP claims to be independent and non-partisan organization, it is actually funded by US government agencies and works to serve their interests. The BJP has then highlighted how the deep state works to target India and the opposition led by Rahul Gandhi. Laps up reports by questionable portals like OCCRP to target the government. First, watch how the issue came up in Parliament, and then listen into how Sambit Patra of the BJP targeted Rahul.
We are going to talk about this dangerous triangle which is trying to destabilize India. और ये जो त्रिकोण है, इसमें एक तरफ अमेरिका में बैठे जॉर्ज सोरोस उनकी फाउंडेशन है, कुछ अमेरिका की एजेंसीज भी हैं। त्रिकोण के एक और एक बहुत बड़ी न्यूज पोर्टल है जिसका नाम OCCRP, और त्रिकोण के जो आखिरी कोने में जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण कोना जो हिंदुस्तान से संबंध रखता है, उस कोने में राहुल गांधी है, ट्रेटर ऑफ द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर। मुझे आज LOP, लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन, को देशद्रोही कहने में किसी प्रकार की कोई संकोच मुझे महसूस नहीं हो रहा है।
This is a very serious issue, and we need to have opinion from everyone. Besides, we cannot allow largest democracy to be made dysfunctional by deep state anywhere else. This house should be united in neutralizing any trend, any initiative that is pernicious, dangerous to our sovereignty.
So what really are the claims that the BJP is making, the charges that they're making as far as the Soros, OCCRP and Rahul link are concerned? Who are the players? First and foremost, we have George Soros, who's a Hungarian-American businessman. His NGO, Open Society, funds OCCRP is the charge, and therefore he remote controls the anti-India tirade. That's the allegation that has been made as far as George Soros is concerned, that his NGO is funding the OCCRP and therefore is remote controlling this particular tirade. That OCCRP itself claims to be independent. Reports on crime, corruption, and the French report says that US is the one that actually funds the OCCRP. If we can have those graphics come up a little faster, please. I can request our producers. The next that we're talking about is Salil Shetty, who's the VP of Soros-linked Open Society, joined Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra, was seen over there, and BJP says that the Rahul-Soros link is very clear. The next person we're talking about is Anand Magnale, who works for Soros-funded OCCRP. The BJP says that Magnale is raised the funds for Congress and that there is a Sharjeel Imam link to this particular individual, Anand. In fact, that's the charge that's being made. And of course, lastly, Rahul Gandhi on the target of the BJP. He's saying that his agenda aligns with the OCCRP. He says that the reports have raised Pegasus, Adani and vaccines in the past. The BJP says that Rahul Gandhi is pushing an anti-India agenda. Now, this is, of course, allegations of the BJP. Let's quickly take this across to our guests who are joining us. In fact, we have with us Kaushal Kant Mishra, spokesperson of the BJP. With us is Lokesh Jindal, political analyst. Advocate Umer Junaidi is also joining us on the show. Let me start first and foremost with Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh, how do you respond to these charges that there is some kind of link? Is it just a coincidence that there are these reports that come out from OCCRP and other international agencies just on the eve of Parliament, and they've cited Adani, they've cited Pegasus and all of those reports to buttress their claim? Lokesh.
What exactly is anti-India? I mean, the demands, the questions that have been raised in the Parliament, why are they anti-national? Is our idea of nation limited to an individual? Is our idea of nation not based upon democratic functioning? If the leader of opposition is asking questions, he needs answers, not accusations. Now, if you accuse a person, anybody who asks questions to the ruling government, that is anti-India.
Simple question.
So
are there
what
links
I'm
between
saying
OCCRP, George Soros and Mr. Rahul Gandhi as BJP alleges? Simple question to you. Can you answer that?
Madhav, there are national investigative agencies, there are various government machineries which have, if there is any form of link, let them investigate, come up with the concrete evidence and let the legal procedure be set into motion. What is stopping the government from doing this?
Okay.
Without any proof, without any substantial evidence, such form of accusation is something which is dangerous, which is setting up a dangerous precedence.
Kaushal Kant Mishra.
Unable to answer the...
Kaushal Kant Mishra, we are asking questions which is our legitimate right as the opposition. We are exposing scams and there is nothing wrong. It's our democratic right. If there is something illegal, then take legal action. That's the charge of Lokesh. Please respond to him.
Madhav, whatever is illegal as per our constitution, that is very welcome by our opposition. But if the opposition is doing politics based on the network and concept of all those countries who are against the Indian development, no country, no developed country is happy with the growth of India's growth, which becomes the 11th to 5th economy and now going to the 3rd economy. Everybody understand that if India is rising, no powerful country will be happy. But if our leader of opposition makes hand and gloves with those countries who are actually working against the country, that is the problem. It's not about what is there in our country. If you are exposing something, if we are citing something, if you are doing anything which is against the politician, against BJP, then it is welcome because you are opposition, very good. But if you are making hands and gloves with those who are working against the country, against the development of country, that is the main problem. No problem. All the contradiction, all the opposition, all the negative things from opposition is very good. That is a part of democracy. But if the opposition gets party with those who are against the country's development, against the integration of our country, Soros, everybody knows how the Soros is working. And we have seen that Soros has declared so much amount of fund against our election to affect our electoral process. So why is the leader of opposition making a team with those persons who are working against the Indian democracy? That is the main problem.
One of the reasons BJP is making these allegations, Umer Junaidi, is that they are citing Salil Shetty, who's the VP of the Soros-linked Open Society, who joined Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, and therefore they're saying that the link between Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Soros is very clear now.
Good evening, Madhav. It's a very shameful thing that Sambit Patra, calls a leader of opposition as a traitor whose father sacrificed his life for the nation, whose grandmother sacrificed her life for the nation, and this is what the BJP is calling the leader of opposition and the person of the family who have sacrificed a lot for the India. Now, what they say is he was accompanied by somebody in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and that's why this hence the connection with the George Soros and all. What about the accused of gang rapes who have photos with the ministers and the MPs and the in the events of Prime Minister? Are they connected to the Prime Minister? And at that time, these people straight away raise their hands and they say, we don't have any connection with that person, whatever it is. Now just a person joins a Bharat Jodo Yatra and you connect and you call a leader of opposition, the dignified man, intellectual man, a traitor. And just because he is uncurtailing all the frauds, the scams you have been doing. You did the Pegasus scam to spy the politicians.
That's another problem, Umer Junaidi, that none of these cases have ultimately been proved in a court of law. That is also part of the problem. But let me bring in Mr. Rajgopalan on this. Mr. Rajgopalan, there are unnecessary charges that are being hurled at Rahul Gandhi. He is just trying to put the government on the mat, and you can't just go by one picture to say that there is some kind of proof against or there are links between Rahul Gandhi and George Soros. Is there any evidence? And if there is, please bring solid evidence. That's the line of the argument of both the panelists who are leaning towards the Congress party.
When the government comes out with such type of allegations, definitely they will have a proof. Apart from that, Madhav, in another 2 or 3 days, you see the mirror will be shown to Rahul Gandhi for having brought that, T-shirt, sticker T-shirt, in which he says Adani, Modi won. Tomorrow they will come with Revanth Reddy and also Ashok Gehlot and Robert Vadra with Adani, with the BJP MPs wear a T-shirt with Mr. Adani and Robert Vadra. What will they say? Apart from that, Madhav, 248 times Mr. Rahul Gandhi was abroad during 2014 to 2024. For the last 6 months, he did not go any abroad. And second thing, such type of foreign visits do give an impression that what was he doing for all that 248 times. Second thing, the highest office of leader of opposition during my 40 years of parliamentary reporting, never seen such a entertainer like Rahul Gandhi in the parliament, and he does not know how to sit in the parliament. He spreads his hands and legs and winkles and eyes against the Prime Minister, and also give kisses to flying kisses to Madam Smriti Irani. These are all certain things. And the same gentleman, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, goes to Supreme Court and apologizes for the Rafale. And he does, left hand doing the right hand of National Herald giving 90 crores loan, a criminal act to young India. That is why ED, CBI are all watching. So therefore, its mind is intent is also a questionable. The big charges.
Umer Junaidi wants to respond to you. I'm going to allow Umer Junaidi quickly.
These people, the BJP and all the supporters of today they are just uncomfortable because the Adani scam, the Modi and Adani relationship is being, very open to all, and it is Rahul Gandhi who is exposing Modi and Adani, and that's why the personal charges, personal allegations are being made on Rahul Gandhi. And the person before me speaking says he was giving the flying kisses to Smriti Irani. Sir, where the hell you have this negativity for Rahul Gandhi? And how do you say this on a national television without any, proof, without any what you say, documentation, you just come on the national television and shout like
Junaidi, it was
anything.
well documented in Parliament that the incident of flying kids did happen inside the Parliament. One second. Whether it was for Smriti Irani or someone specific, I'm not going to get into that debate. But let me bring in fact, Kaushal Kant Mishra. Kaushal Kant Mishra, this is just an anti-Rahul Gandhi agenda that you want to pursue. In any which way you want to paint him in negative light. That is what Umer Junaidi is trying to suggest. Please respond to him, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra.
Umer Junaidi has cited the incidents of Pegasus. In the Pegasus, the mobile phone was asked by the investigating agency, by the Supreme Court. Why Rahul Gandhi has not submitted his phone? This is you have to understand. Rahul Gandhi is just used by the outsiders, and they are utilizing it as an opportunity for the Indian politics. That is my main problem. You have to understand. Tell me any country, any politician coming from foreign country in the India and saying his country's businessman is bad. Have you seen any country? Have you seen any prime minister, any country leader coming into any other country and saying his businessman is fraud, his businessman is against the country? No. You have to see, because they are bringing every time Adani. Then why they are not starting investigation against Adani? Because law and order in their hand in the state of Karnataka, in those states where the Congress government is there, why they are not ordering the investigation?
Fair question, Lokesh Jindal, answer that. Whether it's Telangana, whether it's Karnataka, and earlier we had seen when the Congress was ruling in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, there were projects that were being conducted by Mr. Adani. If Mr. Adani is the person who is in the middle of this entire controversy or demanding his arrest, then why do business with his company?
First and foremost, the charges are with respect to stock manipulation, and SEBI functions as a Ministry of Finance that comes under the central government, not the state government. State governments have no jurisdiction over functioning of Security and Exchange Board of India. Secondly, when you're talking about the companies, the corporates, they are under the union list, not under the state list. So my friend needs to understand that the accusations that are being made, the charges that are being leveled,
Lokesh, it is not a matter of taking action. It's a matter of principle. You are calling these companies tainted. You are calling the owner of the company as somebody who you believe has conducted criminal acts. Then why are you engaging in business with this company? It's a very simple question.
Well, Madhav, the point is, we are raising questions with respect to the corporate conduct and corporate governance in the country. If there is any corporate entity which has got the balance sheets that support the banking as well as the investment ecosystem, that has to be welcomed to ensure regional growth. But then it is the work of the central government to ensure that corporate governance and the provisions laid down as per the various acts and provisions, whether it's the companies, whether it is with respect to submission of due compliances with the Security and Exchange Board of India, are duly adhered to. We are asking the questions that why is central government not acting when there are certain forms of issues raised which are putting the investors' money at stake, which are compromising upon the...
There's one breaking update coming in before go across to Mr. Rajgopalan. Congress MP Manickam Tagore has written to Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla saying that I'm writing to express deep concern of the highly inappropriate and disrespectful behavior exhibited by Sambit Patra during a recent media interaction in New Delhi on the 5th of December, that is today. During this interaction, he used highly slanderous language against the leader of opposition Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. As a custodian of Parliament, I urge you to take immediate and stringent action against Sambit Patra. So a very, very interesting letter that has been written, Mr. Rajgopalan. All eyes will be on whether the Speaker will take action on Sambit Patra as demanded by the Congress party now.
It is for the Speaker to decide, Madhav. Apart from that, I had to answer the Congress spokesperson Lokesh Jindal. I want to say, why should Mr. Revanth Reddy return that 100 crores? Revanth Reddy? Mr. Jindal, can you tell me? Why did he return to Adani 100 crores? Was it a bribe? Was it a fund? Was it national health?
It was not an investment.
In India?
It was not an investment.
Was it given to whom?
It was not an investment that was made. It was some form of a...
Why did he return?
The optics of the return certainly are questionable.
It was not... Well, I would say, I mean, Mr. Reddy would be the best person to answer this question.
Then why did you defend that? And why are you taking money?
No. Sir, I would only speak on what is within the confines of law and what is with respect to the constitutional framework, how things ought to be. Now here, the 100 crores was not an investment that was made by the Adani group. And it wasn't that the entire MOU that was signed, it was later annulled and the amount was...
Well, the rule of law is certainly very important in our country as it is for other democracies. But at the end of the day, in politics, some things are also about perception and also about probity in public life. And certainly, of course, those principles also apply and, of course, become important in such cases. I'd like to thank our panelists for joining us this evening, Lokesh Jindal, as well as Mr. R. Rajgopalan, Advocate Umer Junaidi, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra. Thanks so much for joining us indeed.